Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Sorry about my voice. I was hoping it would get better. It doesn't hurt, it just doesn't sound good. Perhaps Spirit is telling me to pipe down. I've never been a very good listener when people or Spirit tells me stuff. But I do want to look at the upcoming lunation cycle. It starts today with the new moon that occurred 14 minutes into this day here on the east coast of the U.S., but occurred yesterday, late last night, other parts of the United States. But we're in the new moon, and it is a solar eclipse, and it is an eclipse on the south node of the moon, which means that new moons are about beginnings, but when it's on the south node, there still has to be things that we release. So I thought I would do a quick card reading on this lunation cycle. This is a general reading. I will be doing a reading for Donald Trump with this cycle as well, but I think I would rather have a better voice for that. And if in fact I'm granted better voice for that. Okay. So I'm almost done shuffling. I'm using the Arcanum deck, tarot deck. And what do we need to be aware about this lunation cycle? It starts with the new moon. And we have the first quarter moon, the full moon, which is also an eclipse, and then the last quarter moon. Full moon is occurring in January. So this is for about a month worth of time. Okay. I'm almost there, guys. Sorry. It has to feel right. It has to feel right. Okay. Feels about right. Okay, so our immediate environment is the moon. Okay. The moon is about emotional ups and downs. There's a certain amount of lunacy, the moon there. There are hidden things that are coming out. So there's this energy of that which was hidden coming out, creating emotional tumult. So there's a lot of the emotional seas are not calm. Let's see what's crossing that. A chariot. So the chariot is about forward motion. It's about moving on the path of the soul, really. And so the challenge here is, despite the emotional ups and downs that we will experience through this month, and it is a powerful month. It has 2 eclipses. It has a 1 in 36-year conjunction happening. We have Jupiter making a conjunction to the south node. There's all kinds of things happening that are going to create some emotionality. And our challenge is to continue moving forward on the path that our soul calls us to take. So there's going to be some navigation here. And we're going to have to be very careful. And we're going to have to hold the reins that move us forward. And in the chariot, we have a white horse and a dark horse. I don't know if you can see that. And it is about balancing the light and the dark as we move forward. Let's see what's at the root of this. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a passionate and compassionate queen. She is very loving and generous, but she also doesn't take any BS. And so we need to stand strong with this energy. The queens in the tarot are the sustainers, and she sustains the fire. She sustains the spirit. And so we must sustain our spirit, whatever that means, sustaining ourselves, so that our spirit, that spark of the divine, is kept safe and sound and protected. There's also a sense that if people come at us to take that spirit away, that we will fight them if we have to. We're not above swinging a few wands at a few heads, quite frankly. Let's see what's in the past. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. There was some satisfaction in the past, some celebration. This could be the holidays. This could be the fact that, for some people, the impeachment of Donald Trump is very important. So there was some sense of victory, because this is kind of a victorious card. It's like a celebration because, everybody's like, hey, we're on the same page, hey. It's like the dancing in the street card. I see that as the dancing in the street card. Let's see what's in the sky. This is the potential, what we need to reach up for. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so that's abundance. So we have an opportunity to reach up for abundance. Okay, that's nice. Let's see what's in the immediate future. And we have justice. And so we will see justice. We will see justice served. The Justice card is a card of not just justice, man's justice, right? But of karmic justice and a balancing of the scales. So we're going to see a balancing of the scales here. Again, we have this sense of balance. There's all this kind of balance with all this emotional stuff sort of pulling in all different directions. How it's seen from the outside. We have the Queen of Cups. Again, we have a queen. Queens are the sustainers, and the Queen of Cups sustains the emotions. She sustains the feelings, the love, the generosity, the unconditional love, the nurturance. Okay, she's associated with Scorpio, so she's no wallflower either. If you step in the wrong way, she will sting you. Okay, and so it's interesting that we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups in the reading, in that this is the energy of the feminine and the rising feminine. So we're going to feel that. We have to remember that Capricorn is a feminine sign. It's an earth sign. All earth signs are feminine. It's energy moving in. And while Capricorn and all this Capricorn energy that we're experiencing, we feel like, oh, it's like the rules and the regulations and it's people in charge and blah, blah, blah. But it's also an earth sign. And you have to have a good relationship with the feminine in order for you to manifest on the planet. In a sustaining way, in a way that's going to sustain you or sustain your family or sustain your life. Somebody like, and I hate to bring him into this reading, but I will, because I think there's a point here. Donald Trump constantly creates opportunity through chaos, and yet he can never hold on to anything. He can't hold on to it because he doesn't respect and appreciate the feminine, the sustaining force. And he sees it as an enemy, and so he will never hold on. He will always constantly be, jumping from one rock to another as the water comes up. Okay, let's see the domestic situation. We have the Hermit, so this tells us that we need to stay at home. I know there are a lot of people who want to do the impeachment thing, be out there amongst the people and do that, and that's fine. You can do that. If not, stay home. I just stay home because I probably want to stay home. But it is the winter, and I love staying home when it's the winter. This is really about looking within. This is about finding the healing and the wisdom from within. And so you do need to a certain extent, isolate yourself. So when you find the outside world is becoming too much, take the time to meditate. Take the time for yourself to do what you need to do for yourself, to calm your mind and to come with some sense of understanding and an understanding of what is wisdom and then what needs to be let go of. Let's see the hopes and fears. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. This is hoping for financial stability and such. But with the Ten of Pentacles up there is plenty of abundance. There's plenty of abundance. Let's see the outcome. Okay, the Six of Wands. This is a victory card, but it is victory at what cost? So even though you will feel victorious, you will have taken some losses, but necessary losses at this time. Let's see if we can pick a major arcana, the Empress, okay? So the Empress card really is about manifestation. It's one of the powerful feminine cards in the deck. It's the mother energy. It is the energy of creative visualization. And so visualize yourself victorious. Whatever it is that you want to put, whatever it is you want to manifest in this lunation cycle. And the new moon in Capricorn conjunct Jupiter in Capricorn is about building and expanding, but doing it within your understanding of your limitations. And so it has to do with resources, but even more so with resourcefulness. This particular new moon is trine Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the sign of resourcefulness and resources. With Uranus, it's about finding different ways to bring in resources out of the box, things you hadn't thought of before. Those are available to us, and we can utilize that energy. But in order to do that, sometimes we have to let go of some thought forms that we have around what it takes to manifest. I have to manifest. I have to work day and night, 40, 80 hours a week in order for me to be successful. No, you don't. You have to work. You have to do stuff. But the old paradigm of what success means, a lot of what's going to happen, I feel, in 2020, and we will see this in this lunation cycle, because this lunation cycle is in a way like a miniature 2020, like all wrapped up into one, is that if we do our due diligence and continue to move forward in a balanced way, right? The challenge here, despite the emotional ups and downs, here in America, the impeachment thing is going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. People are going to get crazed. And if the Republicans decide that, well, he didn't do anything wrong, we're going to have to live with that without getting crazy. Now, that doesn't mean he's won. It doesn't mean anything. It just is what it is, and we don't know what that is. So it's really going to be about moving forward despite the outside stuff, because what's going to happen if we create the vessel for abundance, Spirit's going to fill it up. And I've said that a few times today. Perhaps I'm trying to convince myself, but I do believe that to be true, because for me it's really never failed. It's really never failed. So, all right, so that's what it says, guys. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road, but we can do it. Visualize what you want to see. Use your creative visualization. You will be victorious. Justice will serve. The scales of justice are going to be balanced with or without us, folks. So it's like there are those people who are doing the work in that area, and they will do the work in that area. But if you're not a lawyer and you're not on the Supreme Court or whatever the heck, the Senate, whatever happens, you just visualize what you want to see the world to be. And part of that is not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. What do we want our world to look like? And start working towards it. Because in this time of crisis, we have the greatest opportunities. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon, tomorrow morning, and then perhaps later in the day if I have better voice. Take care, everybody.